Welcome to the Grandmaster Troll officiating show. It is your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. We're going to give you some of the best officiating content YouTube has to offer. Today, we're going to be reviewing a game. We got a rookie official out there. We're going to be focusing on our brand new referee, Maria. This is her first year. I think up to me making this video, she's refed exactly 25 games. So we're going to be focusing on her to make her a better official. And one ways we could be better at officiating is if we watch film, so we can see our positioning, our mechanics, the calls that we make, how we make the calls. And we're going to break it all down pass by pass, dribble by dribble. I'm going to be mentoring her on her officiating journey. So with that said, before we actually get into the breakdown, I'm going to need Maria to get her hands on some of these books right here. You already have the rule book. Another important book that you need to get is the case book. Another book that's important to get is right here at the bottom is the Basketball Simplified and Illustrated book. Then you got the Basketball Handbook. And then there's also other books and magazines out there that's going to help you along on your officiating journey. So if you get a chance, just I'll have the links in the descriptions and you'll be able to go buy these books. But with that said, let's get to the breakdown real quick. Let's see which one here's the game right here. So we're going to be reviewing the St. Joseph's and Our Lady Rosary 8th grade game. So we're going to focus in on this game. It looks like these teams have came into the game winless. But with that said, somebody's going to have a chance to win their very first game of the season. So with that said, let's go and break this game down real quick and give our brand new official some pointers. So we have the jump ball, the clock started, the arrow should be turned. So then as Maria comes into the picture right here, let me see if I could do this real quick. As Maria comes into the picture right here, I think I told her this before, but we could see Maria right here. She is standing. Let's put the black circle right there. Let's even bring the pointer arrow right here. She's standing on the court, and then as the lead official, we don't want to stand on the court. And then we want to have a posture. We want to stand nice and tall as officials. We also want to do that as well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look at the first couple of seconds of the NBA Finals 2016 Game 7 Warriors versus Cavaliers. And we're going to look at the professional referees do it. So as we stop it right here, we could see that our lead official, let me see if I can get my circle right here. Our lead official right here is off the court, out of bounds, standing with a good posture, straight and tall as somebody once told me. So that's what we need Maria to do in this situation. Let me go to this box real quick. I got a bunch of windows I'm going back and forth on, but let's go ahead and roll it from here. So right now, our Maria, our lead official, she should be focused in on this matchup right here with blue number 5, but it appears that she's watching the ball. I know that she's watching the ball because she has a 5 second closely guarded count. So if I get out of that window real quick and I come down to our court coverage right here, we can see when you're the lead, you got everything in the gold right here, and the trail has everything in the red right here. So it's very important because when people are watching you and people are grading your officiating ability, you want to be able to show them that you're not a ball watcher. Because we can't depend on ball watchers. Ball watching will get referees in a whole lot of trouble. You know, you're watching the ball and something major happens off ball and we don't see it because all the referees in the game are just focused in on the basketball. And we don't want to do that. So, very important that we're officiating off a ball right here. Let me go back and let me see if I could roll it some more. Oh, the shot goes up, and what do we do here? What do we do here? Let me make the black circle go away, because I don't think I taught you this one. Let me bring my pointer finger right here. So we're focusing on Maria, our new official. Now, when the shot goes up, when you're the lead official, if somebody shoots a jump shot, as a lead official, you don't want to track the ball as it's in the air and going away to the basket. That's how we know that you're still brand new at officiating. What a veteran official would do, when somebody shoots the ball, you got to watch the shooter up and down. And then you got to focus on the rebounding action. As lead officials, we don't look at the ball going through the air. That's more for the trail at times and the sea at times. But typically, the referees don't follow the ball when it's in flight. Okay. So we get our jump ball. The arrow should be turned after this throw in. We have another jump ball. Okay. They made the basket. Three-point shot. It looks like the trail marked it. We got our open look as the trail. We can see in between. Okay, we had a foul call. We gotta go ahead and back that up because when we call our fouls, let's see. Let me see. Let me go back one time when we call our fouls and we have an and one. What you gotta do, Maria, what you gotta get better at is when you blow your whistle, you gotta snap that arm straight, show the fist, and then when you score it, you gotta put some flair to your and one signal. Then you gotta use your voice and tell everybody what you have at the spot. So you got boom, foul, red 34, scored a basket, one shot. You got to be able to do all that at the spot. So with that said, let's go back and let's review the foul call. Let's review the foul call real quick. So what kind of foul was it? Who was the foul on? It was on red 34 and it was a push. So we see Maria, she's got to get the number. Oh, but she made the first mistake. So the first mistake you made, Maria, is when you're on your way to the table, you're walking through the players. So whenever we call a foul, we have to walk around the player. So while you're trying to find the player's number, you got to get all of that at the spot. That's another thing you gotta do. So when you call your foul at the spot, freeze. Process the information. Then once you have processed the information, then go to the table. What you did was you called the foul, you scored the basket, you made your way to the table, then you told yourself, I didn't process the information. Who was the foul on? You had to turn and look. And that's how we know you were first year official. Believe me, when I started officiating, I made all the mistakes. Oh, I'm out of focus for some reason. I made all the mistakes that you made. And when I taught other people who were officiators, they all make the same mistakes. When I started out officiating, Maria, I looked just like you. I make the same mistakes. But lucky for you, you have it on film. See, with me, they had to tell me over and over and over and over and over and over again until I got. But hopefully, if I could show you on film, you could be able to make your adjustment even faster. And if you could make your adjustments to get faster, you'll get better faster. Since you're getting better faster, instead of me teaching you layer 1 stuff, I could teach you layer 10 stuff as well. But let's get back to this right here, because now you got to report to the table, and we got to work on you and how you report your fouls to the table. Because when you go to the foul, when you report your fouls to the table, if I put this on mute, hold on, let me go to this window here. If I put this on mute, I should be able to tell who the foul was on, what kind of foul it was, and how many free throws we're going to shoot. So we're going to put it on mute, blow it up. She's going to the table. It looks like she scored the basket, but I didn't see her put numbers with her hands up. She didn't say, was it a push foul? Was it a hit foul? Was it a blocking foul? Was it a holding foul? So whenever we report our fouls to the table, we got to have a good presentation when we go to the table. We gotta let everybody know. Red 34, push, one shot, score the basket. Red 34, push, one shot, and everything that you report should be in this box right here. So when you report your fouls, it looks like sometimes your numbers are all the way up here. Maybe this will show up on tape and we could talk about it, and you can see it and you can make the correction. But let's go back to the review right here. So the coach is asking you, where was the foul? Because when you reported the foul, you didn't give the clarification. Oh, stop the show. Stop the show. I remember this play. I wanted to ask you about this play, but I forgot. So what we're going to do is We're gonna zoom in. So when I'm looking, what I saw. Hold on, let me back it out. Make sure I'm on the right window. Okay, there we go, right there. What I saw. Let me see if I can get my circle. No, not the circle, the arrow. What I saw. What I saw was a foot out of bounds right here. That's what I saw from my angle in real time. That's what I saw from my angle. But of course, when we officiate, we got our basketball court coverage right here. So right now you're the trail, so you have this sideline, and I'm the lead. That's your sideline. So remember, you gotta be in position to make the call, because I could have sworn he was out of bounds. Now we're 1080p and I'm looking at it on my laptop right now. So when I saw him out of bounds, what I did, because I just don't blow my partner's line, because that's not something we do as officials. What I did was I took a look at you. That's right. I took my eyes and I looked at you right there. And I could see you looking clearly down the line. I could see you right here looking clearly down the line. I think it's out of bounds, but like I said, I have to know it's out of bounds. And then I have to ask myself, is this something I want to call? Is this something we need to call? Do I have to come out of my primary to call this? And we're like the first minute, 30 seconds in the game. I'm calling it for. I'm not 100% sure, but you're looking at it. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to let that one go. And when I let it go, what ended up happening? Another reason why I let it go is the coach right here. Let me see if I can put the circle on him, because as you do higher levels, some of these coaches. So right here, some of these coaches, some of these coaches will lose their mind if they see somebody on the other team with a foot out of bounds and the referees don't call it. Some of the coaches will throw chairs on the court, take off their sweater, stump their feet, break their clipboard. I mean, some of these coaches will lose their minds. That coach in that situation, though, we got CYO, we got proper CYO coaching decorum. Great for that coach for following the decorum. He didn't say a word, so I wasn't forced. I wasn't forced to step in and make a call right here. But most importantly, when he tried to save it, Red ended up having the ball. So I was thinking about making a call while the ball wasn't in, but Red ended up with the ball, so I didn't have to call anything. Alright, so right now we have a drive to the basket. So as a trail, when we have drives to the basket, there's a term called walk the paint or stay engaged with the play. So on drives to the basket, as the trail, you are going to have to, let me get my arrow real quick. Let me see if I can flip this arrow real quick. There we go. You are going to have to, walk down to get the better look at this play, because he's more than likely he's going to come up to a layup and shoot a layup. Then you have to be closer to the rebounding action. We don't want you officiating as a trail from half court. We want you to be engaged with the play and walk it down. But let's see what happens. There we go. We have our layup, and you should be coming down because everybody is crashing to get the rebound, and you have to help out on backside rebounding. He makes the shot, so nothing really happened. That's a good travel call on the up and down. Posture, you want to stand straight up. Let me back that up one time. Did I see what I just saw? So we get a 3-point shot. Oh, and it looked like you wanted to mark the 3-point shot. Then the ball goes out of bounds. So when the ball goes out of bounds right here, and this is another thing that rookie officials do. When the shot goes up and the ball goes out of bounds, don't chase the ball because you got to blow your whistle, because when you blow your whistle, the clock is going to stop. So you were about a good second blowing your whistle. Imagine if this was a 66-64 game and time is of the essence and we blow our whistle a second late because we're chasing the ball. So what you're going to want to do when the ball goes out of bounds, boom, make the call, point to wherever the throwing spot's going to be. Let the players go get the ball. Let the players bring you the ball, because last thing you want to do is when the ball goes out of bounds, you don't want to turn your back to the players, because if a fight breaks out, if somebody does something unsporting and you're chasing after the ball, it's going to be up to the other official to watch all 10 players, and he's not going to be able to watch all 10 players no matter how good he is. We want to have our focus on the players. We don't want to turn our backs and chase the ball. But let's get back to the review. Okay, let's go ahead and back it up. So we're gonna have we're having the last second shot. So in this situation, 90% of the time the trail is gonna have last second shot, especially when the clock is in front of the trail. The trail has last second shot. Now, if this gym didn't have 2 clocks, and let's say the clock was just the one that was behind you, then me as the lead would have last second shot. But this gym has 2 clocks. So the trail is going to have last second shot. Let me back that up a half a second. Let's see, 4:44. 0 right there. So right now the shot is no good. And now as officials, one thing you got to get better is you got to sell the call. You want to be emphatic with your wave off. You want to emphatically wave off the shot. You don't want to be too lax. You don't want to be too too lax. You know, you wouldn't be able to sell the call, and waving off a shot at the end of the quarter or period is something you're gonna want to sell. So let's play this back. So the shot is up and it's in the air, and you still haven't waved it off yet. Then when you start waving it off, it was a casual wave off. No, you wanna wave off the shot. You wanna be emphatic with it. But that was the first sub break of this game.
Blue ball. Yep, it'll be a sideline.
So you want to wave off the shot, and then since it's a sub break, you want to let everybody know whose ball is going to be and where the throwing spot's going to be. So when the coaches are coaching their team, if Blue wants to draw up a play, he knows exactly whose ball it is and where the throwing spot's going to be. He could draw up a play. And then Red gets a chance, okay, it's going to be blue ball. They're going to be taking it on the sideline. Now he could decide if he wants to play zone, man-to-man, matchup zone, 2-3, 3-2, 1-3-1, whatever he wants to play. That's why we want to always tell everybody in the gym whose ball and where's the throwing spot's going to be. Okay, so I believe at this point Malik came and he took over because he was supposed to do the game. So now this is why I bring all my fancy equipment, because now we could use the bird's eye view. We can see how you officiate. We could really break down where you're standing and your positioning. So with that said, I missed the first half of the game because the file corrupted the data. So we're going to pick up action in the third quarter. Now, when you call your fouls, you want to snap that arm. When you call your fouls, you're a little slow getting that fist. We want everything to look crisp. We want everything to look sharp. So that's something you're gonna have to improve upon. But you're gonna see yourself on tape, and you'll be able to make your adjustments. So we have a foul. Looks like Math had a double whistle. Now Maria is going to report the foul. Let's see who she called the foul on. Oh, she called it on 3-4. We gotta back that. We gotta back that up. We gotta back that foul report. Now, one thing you really gotta improve on is your foul reporting. So you did a good job. You're jogging to the table. Now you want to come to a complete stop. So you're going to jog to the table. Then you're going to come to a complete stop. And then you're going to go red 34. Hit. And if we're shooting free throws, how many free throws? What did Maria do in this situation? See, you're walking and talking. You don't use your fingers in the and it looks like right here. It looks like you called an intentional foul right here. I mean, that's just what it looks like. It looks like you called an intentional foul. Remember, a hit is this. When you pull up in the rule book, a hit, illegal use of the hands is this right here. This is an intentional foul. So you want to use the right mechanic. You want to be crisp with your mechanics as well. But that's why I'm making this video, so you can become a better official. So now, when we're administering free throws, you have to mirror whatever your partner says. So if it's 1, you're gonna shoot 1, and you're gonna put up one finger. If it's 2, you're gonna put 2. If it's 3, you're gonna put 3. The reason why this is very important because we as referees we make mistakes a bunch of times in the game. You know, when we get up there, we think we said 1, but we put up 2 fingers, or we put up 2 fingers and it's really 1 shot. And the way you correct those mistakes is if you mirror. So if somebody puts up 1 and somebody puts up 2, we gotta take the ball back from the free throw shooter because we told them the wrong information. And depend on the wrong information we tell the players, if we let the free throw shot shoot and we told them 2 when it was really 1, and they all stand around and they don't do anything, we gotta go to a possession arrow. And if it's the 4th quarter and the close game, and if the game is decided about a possession arrow on a mistake that the referee made, the losing team is going to be upset at the referee. So it's very important when we're administering free throws, we mirror with our partners to make sure that we're telling the players the correct free throws. Let's get back to it. Oh, hold on. Back that up. Back that up a couple of seconds. So the trail is going to chop. Now, when you chop, you gotta get that arm. You gotta get that chopping arm nice and high in the air, because if it's missed, your chop is gonna tell the scorekeeper when to start the time. And if you're doing this and you're half chopping, you may confuse the scorekeeper. Now the scorekeeper has to look when the ball's being touched. There could be subs at the table. A coach could be coaching. It could be impeding the progress of the scorekeeper. So everything we do, all the hand signals we do them for a reason. We got to make sure every hand signal is nice and crisp. So we're doing a good job as the lead. We're wide angle. We're out of bounds. We're standing nice and tall. Maria was able to take coaching really well and make the adjustments. So when you give your jump ball, you want to go jump ball. And then when you point, this is another thing you got to get better at. Because when you point your arm, you point to the sky when you point. We want to have our arm parallel with the ground. And we want to look sharp when we point. We want to be emphatic when we point. When you point to the sky. You want to point, have your arm parallel with the ground. Oh, hold on. We gotta back that up. We gotta back that up. So you're gonna give the ball to the player. You're gonna count with this hand, and you're gonna chop. Let's see what you did. So the player rolls the ball onto the floor. It hasn't been touched, but you drop your arm and you start counting, and blue hasn't even took possession of the ball yet. See how you're counting and the player hasn't took possession of the ball? And then your count has to be crisp. You gotta have a nice strong. You wanna like I said, whatever signal you want to do, you want to project strength with your counting. So you don't want to, I don't know what, you were doing some weird stuff with your arm. You want to have a nice, strong count when you do count. And you don't want to count until blue has taken possession of the basketball. Now, see how we have this drive to the basket and you're moving towards the division line? You want to engage this play and step down. Oh, stop the show. Stop the show right here. So we're gonna have a 3-point shot right here. We're gonna have a 3-point shot in the Trail's primary, and look at what our lead does. Our lead lets everybody know we're watching the ball because she puts up the 3-point signal. So we gotta go to our court coverage right here. Any 3-pointer shot in this red area, especially over here, the 3-point shot is somewhere over here in this arc, and our lead is marking the 3-point shot. So remember, for 3-point shots, you only mark them if it's in your primary, or it's a, you know, it's a 3-point shot, and for whatever reason the Trail doesn't mark it, you know it's a 3-point shot, then you mark it. However, in this situation, we can see our Trail right here. Let me get my black circle. We clearly see our Trail right here marking the 3-point shot. So that means there's no reason why the lead should be marking. The lead should be focused in on the paint, looking at rebounding action. So it's very important because we don't, I don't want you to be a ball watcher. And it's easy to know that you're watching the ball is when you're officiating plays out of your primary. I want you to officiate plays in your primary. But let's go back to the film review real quick. Let's go back to the film review. Ooh, where was I? Where was our Trail? Where was our Trail? Hold on, let me back that. Hold on, where were we? 729. So we have the 3-point shot. Blue gets the ball, and they take off. When Blue takes off, we as the Trail, we have to take off. We should be somewhere back here. Somewhere back here. We get a little shot, little float shot to the basket. And our Trail was a little late getting in position. So there'd be some times when the offense put some tempo into their offense, we as referees have to put tempo, and we have to move with a purpose, and we have to get to our spots. Because at any moment a foul could happen, a screen, it could be screening action, and you have to be at your spot stationary to give you the best look at the play. There we go. We marked another 3-point shot out of our primary. Uh-oh. Looks like we called out of bounds on that play. Let's go ahead and let's run this out of bounds play back. So she touches the ball. Is she out of bounds? She's not. From what I see, from what I see right here, I do not see a player out of bounds. I don't see a player out of bounds. The ball, hold on, the ball bounces inbounds. She saves it. She's not touching the ball. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'll run it through one more time. Hold on. I'll run it through one more time. I'll even put it in slow motion. Boy, don't I love... Hold on, let me see. Playback speed. We're going to go half speed. Ball's tipped. The ball bounces still in bounds. She touches the ball in the air. Then her foot comes out of bounds. I don't see out of bounds. So we got to break down this play. Because now we need some pointers. Now we need to give you some pointers. So the shot goes up. I love the position of our lead official. I don't like the position of our trail official, but we're not focusing on the trail official right now. We're focusing on Maria because she's the rookie official. I don't like that she marked the shot. I mean, she was reffing out of her primary. Ball gets tipped. She's in good position, but you could be in good position 1 second, then the next second be out of position. What Maria has to do is she has to get wider with the play and back up to give herself some room because she's too close to the blue player. The blue player at this point is almost in her lap. If she backs up closer to the wall and is standing parallel out of bounds, she could see that possibly this player saved the ball. And then when she called out of bounds, she didn't say red, she didn't say blue, she said stay here. What I was taught as officials and what they've been teaching every officials is when we say a color, that color has to be a color of a crayon, and stay here isn't a color of a crayon or a marker. Oh, whoa, back that up. What is our lead doing? What is our lead doing right here? What is our lead doing right here? So we're looking at it. Our lead is wide. I prefer our lead to be a little bit, maybe on the A because the ball and all the players are over there. We get a shot, a rebound. What is our lead looking at? What is our lead looking at? What is our lead? What do we think our lead is looking at? Let me get my pointer finger real quick. What do we think our lead is looking at? That's right. Our lead is still looking at the ball in flight. Still looking at the ball in flight. We want to have our eyes down low, below the rim, below the bottom of the net is where our lead should be looking at. We get putbacks and our lead begins to walk onto the floor when our lead should be out of bounds on the end line engaging this play. Now our lead has to get back. Now our lead is walking to the proper spot. And we have a foul call. Here we go again. When we make our calls, you don't have to worry about the ball. The players will bring the other official the ball. Remember, at the spot, we gotta call the foul. We gotta verbalize what the foul was. Then we gotta let everybody know we're shooting 2-1. Don't worry about chasing the basketball. Oh, look at this right here. Oh, our trail called the foul. Oh, a double whistle. Let's go ahead and back up this double whistle. So when we call our foul, we got to be aware of our partners. We can clearly see both officials call a foul. So they have to communicate with each other to determine who's going to take it to the table. Now, when he sees you probably go get the ball, he probably assumes that you're relinquishing the play to him. So now he's going to the table. And then you move to the table. And then we have the communication about who's going to take the foul to the table. Okay. And we see when he reported, blue 5 with the hold. I don't like the holding signal because the holding signal is fist turned this way and the grab here. Not this, but just small little stuff. Okay, we're supposed to mirror. Our trail didn't mirror. But we got 2 shots. We didn't mirror again, but we got 1 shot. Our trail's gonna count 5 and chop. Okay, our arm could be higher, but it's better. It's better than it was before. We still gotta reach. We didn't chop. We went straight into our count. Okay, looks like we get a travel call. Let's go ahead and back that. Let's back up on that travel call. Because even though we can't see the travel from where we were, so when you blew your whistle for that travel call, you immediately went to the travel call. Remember, we got to stop the clock. Remember, violations, open hand, straight up. Closed fist is a foul. So when you have a travel, open hand. We're going to call our travel. Then we're going to point the way we're going. And then we're going to indicate, is it a sideline throw in or an inline throw in? Let's see what we did. We didn't really point, we just said blue ball. They moved to the inline. We chop. Good. Good 10-second count. Good. Okay, now we caught this travel. And when we caught this travel, we slumped over. So you got a bad habit when you call your travels. You want to be nice and tall. When you call your travels, you slump over. Remember, everything we want to do, we want to project strength. Being slumped over calling travel doesn't project strength. Being straight up and calling travels does. But we're doing a good job. Let's see, how long have we been recording? 50 minutes. Wow, this is a long video. Like I said, these breakdowns take a long time to make, but let's see if we can go for about 5 more minutes of this game. see. Fast forward a little bit, coming down to the end of the quarter. Okay, we get a 3-point shot. Let's back that up. Let's back that up. So this 3-point shot. This 3-point shot. Let me go to my court covers. Is being shot on the lead side, close to where the gold meets the red. When we go back to our video, hold on. When we go back to our video, we can see our lead right here. Our lead is not in a good position because our lead has let the players get outside him. Our lead should be closer to the sideline. So when this 3-point shot is taken, the lead doesn't mark it, but our trail marks it, which is good. It goes in and our trail signals that it went in. Good. Can we get a shot at the buzzer? Let me back it up. Let me back it up. Let's back this play up real quick. We got a 3-point shot right here. Now, in this situation, I don't mind, even though the lead is not supposed to mark it. I wouldn't recommend the lead marking it. But since this is the final play of a quarter, there's not going to be any other play. I don't mind the lead marking the 3. I don't mind the lead watching the ball because there's not going to be no rebounding action because the quarter is over. And he made the half-court shot. Okay. Let's see. Was this a close game? Hold on. Default view. Was this a close game? Let me see if this was a close game. Okay, kinda, sorta. Nah, they wasn't going away. So with that said, this is a long video. This is almost an hour video. I know people ain't gonna watch these hour-long videos of Grandmaster Troll breaking down CYO basketball, but that's just a couple of pointers. I'm gonna try to make more and more of these videos so our officials can see them, so they could get better at the craft of officiating. Then if they could get better, it will make the experience better for the players, the coaches, the spectators, the league administrators. So with that said, it is your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. If you watch this far and you're a player in the league, a coach in the league, a parent in the league, or even a referee in the league, and there's a specific play you want me to break down, let me know. I will break that play down to make our officials better. It is your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Peace.